Is everything okay? Did I get the wrong kind?
No, it's just... Byron, getting me donut holes isn't going to make me suddenly forgive you.
No, that's not what I...
This week's pick is Made for Love. Minor spoilers ahead. Made for Love, starring Palm Springs' Cristin Milioti and Maniac's Billy Magnussen, is about a woman running away from her controlling husband, who happens to be a billionaire tech mogul. She eventually finds out that, no matter where she goes, her husband can track her every move through a microchip he implanted in her head without her consent. All 8 episodes of the sci-fi dark comedy series are now streaming on HBO Go. Made for Love is based on the book of the same name by Alyssa Nutting, who is also the show's executive producer and writer, along with Christina Lee. The series utilizes a non-linear approach in storytelling. It starts with Milioti's Hazel escaping through a manhole and works its way back to the events that led to this. Through flashbacks, we see that she used to have a lavish life inside the hub, a utopian world built by her billionaire husband, Magnussen's Byron Goggle, who may or may not be based on Elon Musk. But this luxurious life can be deceiving because, at the hub, Hazel's every move is monitored. Her strict routine involves daily morning orgasms and immediately rating them after, mandatory naps, and pool swims among others. This may sound like paradise to some, but Hazel has been on the same routine for 10 years. The worst part is, since she married Byron, she's never left the hub. And as if this hell isn't too much already, Byron's latest technological innovation is a microchip implant, called Made for Love, which tracks and reads people's partners' every move, thought, and feeling. Tired of Byron's constant manipulation, Hazel decides to escape, but apparently, it's too late as her husband already made her user number 1 of Made for Love. The high-concept series isn't exactly groundbreaking, as this is somewhat like Black Mirror's Hang the DJ episode but injected with the fun, comedic tone of Palm Springs. What makes Made for Love a satisfying watch is how Hazel fights for her independence and identity. This series shines a light on toxic relationships and how it destroys one's identity. Hazel has been under Byron's control for so long that she doesn't know who she really is anymore. Her fleeing the hub and reconnecting with her estranged dad, Herb, played by Ray Romano, is the heart and soul of the show. By going back to her roots, Hazel discovers what's really important in life. The hub has numbed her for so long that even the little things in the outside world make her happy. Little did she know that the impoverished town she hated will eventually be her savior. Humans are so caught up with the idea of love as something involving another human, they often forget that the most important love is self-love. Because if they don't love themselves fully, they will accept any form of affection from others. Realizing this, Hazel decides to regain control of herself. She breaks free from Byron's control by fighting for her body, mind, and soul. Oh, but what about the chip inside her brain? Byron, being the master manipulator that he is, uses it to try and lure her back to the hub. The finale's surprising twist perfectly sets up the second season. I guess we'll just have to wait until 2022 to see if Hazel finally wins her independence. Why should you watch Made for Love? Cristin Milioti's strong performance carries the entire season. Billy Magnussen's take on Byron Goggle will convince you to take his side at times. The scenes between Hazel and her dad are heartwarming. The sci-fi elements of the show, especially the scenes inside the hub, are fascinating. Above all, this is a show that reminds humans to value their independence and love themselves. You should definitely watch this. The Watcher gives Made for Love a 3.5 out of 5 rating. Don't forget to watch the previous episodes of You Should Be Watching This, where The Watcher highlights underrated movies and shows in the history of mankind. I'm your host, The Watcher.